welcome to Lessons and Blessings. I am Amber of Amber and Amethyst. I am a psychic medium, and today I'm going to be talking about reading tarot, specifically teaching you how to use tarot cards. And this video is going to be based off pretty much the book, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. It is my favorite tarot book. Lots of great instructions. It really has all the information that you need in it. I'll put a link to that in the description, but I'll be talking about everything from the history of tarot to attuning your deck to actually doing the readings with them in different card layouts to use. I'll try to put the timestamps in the description of the video as well. That way you can kind of skip around if you need to find the exact section that you're looking for, because I know my personal experience on these how-to videos that sometimes you just need to keep going back to the same thing, or you've done this one enough and you gotta jump around. So I really hope you enjoy this video.
Tarot is a system of archetypes, a picture book of the human condition, reflecting our states of mind and stages of life. Over the past 600 years, people have consulted the cards for religious instruction, spiritual insight, self-knowledge, and divining the future. Ancient symbols we see on the cards are designed to stimulate our intuition, connecting us with our higher selves or our divine or spiritual aspect. Regular tarot practice has many personal benefits, including the following. Increased self-awareness. Tarot gives you space to focus on yourself. Enhanced creativity. A tarot reading can offer a different perspective on a problem and innovative ways forward. A better honed intuition and psychic ability. Tarot helps you see probable future events and influences, and the ability to empower others to find their spiritual path. The earliest surviving tarot cards date to the 15th century, probably created in northern Italy. It's likely the word tarot derives from tarocchi, an Italian card game that preceded tarot. These cards, known as the Vincente Sforza tarots, were commissioned by the Duke of Milan, Francesco Vincenti, as early as 1415. Although the church called early cards the Devil's Picture Book, possibly because some printed versions were used for gaming purposes, these original hand-painted cards have predominantly Christian themes and imagery. Their sequence tells a story of a youth who symbolically dies and is reborn, embodied in 0, the Fool, and 21, the World. For this reason, the sequence of cards is known as the Major Arcana and is often referred to as the Fool's Journey. The cards feature angels, the four virtues, the devil, and a male and female pope, along with other characters we would associate more with fairy tales than a satanic manifesto. The wise woman, the mother, father, the innocent youth, old man, lovers, kings, queens, knights, and a magician. Yet it's also believed that Gnostic sects may have used the cards to teach illiterate people about dualism, or the interplay of opposites, which we see in many of the cards' meanings. In this way, the cards may have been used to express and possibly teach Christian beliefs. A standard tarot deck has 78 cards, divided into two groups, 22 major arcana cards and 56 minor arcana cards. The word arcana means secret. The major arcana denote important life events or shifts, while the minor arcana cards reflect day-to-day events. The minor arcana cards can be seen as being more detailed aspects of the major arcana cards. Numbered from 0, the Fool, to 21, the World, the 22 major arcana cards can be referred to singularly as arcanum and collectively as keys or trumps. Although no one knows the provenance of the tarot major arcana cards for sure, some suspect the word trump derives from triumphs, or the old card game of trifoni, popular initially in Italy and France. In the game, trump cards approximating the major arcana cards outranked other cards in the deck. For example, the Fool is trumped by the clever magician, who is trumped by the wisdom of the high priestess. The remaining 56 cards are known collectively as the minor arcana, and they are arranged into 4 suits: wands, pentacles, cups, and swords. Each suit has 14 cards from ace to 10, plus 4 court cards: page, knight, queen, and king. The 4 suits each have a ruling element, and each corresponds to specific areas of life. Cups. the element of water, emotions, and relationships. Pentacles, the element of earth, property, money, and achievement. Swords, the element of air, the intellect, and decisions. Wands, the element of fire, instinct, travel, and communication. Tarot cards, like people, draw in energy. During readings, tarot cards absorb your energies and those of anyone else who touches them. For this reason, it's important to not let other people touch your cards casually. The cards hold your energies and intentions and are personal to you. Here are tried and tested ways to attune your new deck, cleanse the cards before a reading session, and protect them when you are not using them. The process of connecting with your cards is called attuning. The more connected you feel to your cards, the more accurate, insightful, and inspiring your readings can be. You get to know them by looking at the cards, touching them so your energies become imprinted upon them. Some readers attune their cards through visualization. Try this. Hold your cards in your right hand. This is known as the giving hand, and you are about to give the cards your energy. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and visualize light pouring down through the crown of your head, your third eye chakra, throat, and heart, then down your right arm, into your right hand, and into the cards. Imagine your cards filling with pure light. If you work with spirit guides or angels, ask them to come close to you and help protect you during the reading. Open your eyes when you are ready. When you take out your cards, clear away old energy by blowing on and knocking on your cards as follows. Hold the cards in one hand and fan them out. Gently blow on the card edges. You can do this in one breath. Next, put the cards back in a neat pile, still holding them in one hand, and then knock them firmly once on the top of the deck. Now the deck is cleansed of old energy and ready to use. Your cards hold your energy imprint. Like people, cards may pick up extraneous or negative energies from people and spaces, which can affect your readings. So when you are not using your cards, protect them from the environment, both physically and energetically. Keep them wrapped in a cloth of dark color, such as deep purple cotton or silk, and in a tarot bag or box. You can also store them with a favorite crystal, such as a clear quartz, known as the master crystal, which keeps energies clear, or amethyst, for healing, insight, and protection. After you've cleansed the deck, shuffle the cards for a few moments. Relax and allow your feelings and questions to surface. To choose the cards for a reading, you can use either the fan method or cut the deck. The fan method is best when you want just a few cards for a reading, while cutting the deck suits more elaborate layouts that need a lot of cards, such as the Celtic Cross or Tree of Life. When reading for yourself, spread all the cards face down in a fan shape. Choose the cards one by one with just your left hand, known as the Hand of Fate, from anywhere in the fan, and place them in front of you, still face down, following the spread layout you have chosen. When reading for another person, have the person shuffle the deck. Take the deck from the recipient and fan out the cards for him or her. Ask the recipient to choose the cards from the fan with his or her left hand and pass them to you so you can lay them out, keeping the cards face down. When reading for yourself, cut the deck twice with your left hand so you have 3 piles face down on the table. Choose one pile to become the top of the deck and gather up the other 2 piles underneath it. Lay out the cards according to the spread you have chosen by dealing the cards from the top of the deck and placing them face down in front of you. When reading for another person, ask the recipient to shuffle the cards. Have the recipient split the deck into 3 piles using his or her left hand, then choose one pile. Gather up the remaining 2 piles for the person and place their chosen pile on top. Then you lay out the cards. When turning over the cards, always flip them sideways, from left to right, not from top to bottom or vice versa, or you may be turning the card upside down. Doing so can give it a different meaning. As you will learn, the cards, particularly the major arcana cards, have lots of symbols and possible meanings. Consider the cards before you look up their meanings. Think about what aspect of the card you are drawn to first. This is your internal guidance directing you to the most relevant meaning of the card for your reading. This also means that the cards can offer varying significance each time you look at them. Similarly, when you read for other people, you'll find that you don't give a card the same interpretation for every person who gets the card in a reading. You are personalizing the reading according to your intuition. Sometimes you'll begin a reading and can't make sense of what the cards are telling you. If this happens, here's what to do. Shuffle and lay out the cards again. If the same or similar cards come up this time, go on with the reading. Relax and tune into the card images. Don't worry about reading the traditional interpretations. Say what comes to your head straight away, and the words will flow. Did the Ten of Wands come up? If so, this often means that there's too much going on just now and it's not the right time to read your cards. Wait a day or two and try again. If you're reading for someone else, feeling blocked can indicate the recipient's state of mind. Here's an example. During a recent beginner's workshop, one of my students said, "My mind is blank. I have laid out the cards for Rosa, but I just don't know what's going on here. Can you help me?" Before I could respond, Rosa said, "But that's just how I feel. Totally confused. I can't think." If this happens to you, acknowledge the recipient's feelings and begin the reading again, asking him or her to let go of expectations. In numerology, the ancient art of mystical number interpretation, numbers have the following meanings, which correspond to the suit cards. Ones and aces, beginnings, new energy. Twos, partnership, balance, and division. Threes, acknowledgement. Fours, stability and boundaries. Fives, instability and challenges. Sixes, harmony and improvement. Sevens, potential and ambitions. Eights, rewards and progress. Nines, intensity. Tens, culmination, endings, but also beginnings and completions. The numbers are modified by the element of the suit, so the Three of Swords in the sharp suit of swords means sorrow or betrayal. All three swords compete against one another, while the Three of Cups in the loving suit of cups means celebration. Three people make a happy crowd. Try putting together this suit element and the number and devise your own interpretation. As stated before, flipping cards top to bottom can change the meaning of them. This is called a reversal card, when one comes upside down. You will see in most books that interpretations contain both upright and reversed card meanings. An upright card is just that. When you turn it over, it is upright. A card is known as reversed when it is upside down. There are lots of books dealing solely with reversed meanings. With a few exceptions, a reversed card's meaning is generally more negative than the positive or upright meaning. However, many tarot professionals ignore reversals in a reading and just turn the cards the right way up if they come out reversed. They use their intuition to interpret the card in a positive or negative light. Do whatever feels right for you. There are many card layouts to try, but you will find over time that you use 2 or 3 spreads regularly. People often learn the 3-card past, present, future, the Celtic cross, and the week ahead as their foundation. Try them all and see what you prefer. Giving yourself a daily 1-card reading is a great way to get to know your tarot. Shuffle the deck, cut it or fan out the cards, and choose 1 card with your left hand. You might also like to ask a question, such as, "What do I need to know today?" Work with the card's image for an interpretation, or look up the actual card interpretations. Display the card where you can see it during the day, or carry it with you. You can also choose the crystal associated with that card to carry with you. This easy spread is perfect for mini readings. Shuffle the deck, fan the cards, or cut the deck, and lay 3 cards as shown. For more insight, you can lay an extra card in each position. You can also create your own 3-card reading to look at different life aspects. For example, love, money, home. You can also lay a card known as a significator. A significator card that first sums up the same theme of a reading that you then lay down. For example, if you'd like to lay the cards on one theme, such as love, you can choose a significator from the deck, rather than laying it out randomly as the first card that comes up after shuffling. For example, for a love reading, you might take out the Lover's card and then shuffle the deck and lay down 3 cards. For a legal question, choose Justice as your significator. For questions about education, choose the Hierophant. For psychic development, the High Priestess. For family or fertility, choose the Empress, and so on. The Celtic Cross is one of the most popular tarot spreads in use today because it answers a question, or, if you don't have an immediate question, gives an overview of your life just now. Set your intention before you begin asking your question or for an overview as you shuffle. Shuffle and choose the cards, then lay them out as shown. Many readers lay out the Celtic Cross, then add cards around card 10 for more insight into the future. You can also choose any card from the layout to begin a past, present, and future layout using the card from the Celtic Cross in the card 2 present position of that layout, and adding 2 new cards surrounding it, with the new card in the past position and the final new card in the future position. Here's a tip. If the 10th card is a court card, a page, knight, queen, or king, then the outcome of the question is up to you or the person you are reading for. For a look at the week ahead, lay down 1 card for each day, though not in the regular chronological sequence, as you can see.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a ton about tarot. Don't forget that if you want to get that book, the link to it is in the description. Personally, I have it on my Kindle app. That way I can take it everywhere with me. I don't actually have a physical copy of it. It's so handy to just have it everywhere you go because I do keep an emergency tarot deck in my purse. Emergency, it's a regular tarot deck, but you never know when you need it, right? So I actually plan on making 5 more videos based on the Rider Waite Tarot deck. They will all be one will be of the major arcana, and then the 4 suits after that, where I'll actually break down each card individually. So always best to start with the broad video covering it. If you haven't seen it already, Sara and I have a discussion video on tarot and oracle cards in general, kind of the differences on those. So if you haven't seen that one yet, go ahead and watch that. It's a great discussion video on tarot and oracle cards in general. And if you want to see more of what we do, hit that like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.